Hey guys, Kevin Egan here with the very latest episode of Around the ICC European Edition. And on this week's show, I'm going to rate the latest transfer rumours that include Bale, Suarez and Memphis. My power rankings are the top 10 managers in Europe. And no, Jose Mourinho is not there. And we preview what Barcelona's 11 will look like under Ronald Koeman. But first, let's recap the opening weekend in the Premier League. Leeds, we absolutely love you. They were always going to come back to the Premier League after a 16-year absence with a bang, especially with Marcelo Bielsa at the helm. What a belter of a game this was against Liverpool. 4-3 to the Reds, a match that also had 4 disallowed goals, and Liverpool sneaking by with a late penalty from the hat-trick hero Mo Salah. Conclusions then? Liverpool have now gone 60 games unbeaten at home, but their performance, especially defensively, will have to be much better against Chelsea when they play them next weekend. And Leeds, you're great fun. Hope you do well this season. Is there hope for Arsenal fans? That's the big question. You should go and take a screen grab of the table right now, Gunners fans. 3-0 winners against Fulham and all seem rosy. Really good performance at the back from your new signings. Going forward, Pierre-Emerick Aubameyang looks like the best striker in the Premier League. What a beautiful finish that was, cutting in from the left-hand side. Well done, Arsenal. As for Everton Spurs, James Rodriguez making his debut for the Toffees in a win against Jose Mourinho's men. The Colombian was incredible and became the first player to create at least 5 chances on their Premier League debut since Alexis Sanchez for Arsenal in 2014. Spurs didn't even look like scoring, and there's no way they're a club going in the right direction. If they're to find form, they're going to need Harry Kane to rediscover his confidence. Now, anyone remember this? This is this week's ICC memory. Harry Kane from nearly the halfway line against Juve. The game was level at 2-2 and he wins it in stoppage time with this remarkable hit. Hopefully this guy and Spurs will get their act together soon. To France we go. 14 yellow cards, 5 red cards, an accusation of racism and 1 goal. Scored by Marseille's Florian Thauvin. Le Classique was absolutely bonkers, both on and off the pitch. And in the end, Marseille beat PSG for the first time in any competition since 2011 and the first time away from home since 2010. PSG have lost their opening 2 league games for the first time since 1984. Yeah, I'm not making a mistake here. 1984. Anyone else starting to think that Thiago Silva wasn't exactly surplus to requirements? Kylian Mbappe was injured for this one, and man, do they miss him when he's not there. Will PSG lose a 3rd straight game? Next up for them in the league is Metz on Wednesday. La Liga is back, but no Barca and Real Madrid for another couple of weeks. It's been a really quiet off-season for Los Blancos, and the same cannot be said for Barca. For this week's ICC 11, I'm going to predict how both will line up to start their season. So here we go, Barcelona and Real Madrid's starting 11s. We'll start with Real Madrid in a 4-3-3 under Zinedine Zidane, no question about that. Thibaut Courtois will be in goal. The back 4, I think, will be Dani Carvajal, Rafael Varane, Sergio Ramos and Ferland Mendy, with Marcelo dropping to the bench. In midfield, no question, Casemiro is at the base of this triangle. Fede Valverde will get the nod in place of Luka Modric. They need fresh legs. The Uruguayan was sensational when he was in the team last year. And now comes the big one. I think Toni Kroos will start, but I think Martin Odegaard will take his place at some point this year. He offers a little bit more energy and a little bit more ingenuity. Further forward, Rodrigo seems to have the trust of Zinedine Zidane. He'll pair alongside Karim Benzema and Eden Hazard. Just 1 goal for Real Madrid after a 160 million deal. He's got to get this right. He cannot just continue this form. Eden Hazard needs a big season. As for Barcelona and Ronald Koeman, I think we're going to see a change of system. Instead of the 4-3-3, I think we're going to see a 4-2-3-1. A significant difference here because it will have that number 10 position. In goal, Marc-Andre ter Stegen. Nelson Semedo didn't do himself any favours in the Champions League. He'll be the right back. Gerard Piqué, Clement Lenglet to start the season as the centre backs, and Jordi Alba will be on the left hand side. In that 2 position in midfield, I think he's going to play Frenkie de Jong alongside new signing Miralem Pjanic. Now it gets interesting. Where is Messi going to play? Where does Griezmann fit? Fati, Dembele, Luis Suarez. I think he's going to start with Ousmane Dembele on the right Ansu Fati on the left. There's been a lot of talk about Fati potentially as a false 9. I think it's Fati on the left, the young 17-year-old Spanish international, and I think Messi operates in a central position for this team now as the 10. Antoine Griezmann, you're going to have to play up front. Whether you like it or not, you're going to have to lead the line for this team and perform. Time to play a little thumbs up or thumbs down when it comes to some of the latest top transfer rumours. We're going to start with Luis Suarez to Juventus. This one for me is a massive thumbs down because it's not what Juve need right now. Juve need youth, they need legs, and they're getting it in other areas of the field. They already have a big body whose mobility has been limited of late, and that is Cristiano Ronaldo, who's 35 years of age. You do not need to replace Gonzalo Higuain with another aging striker. Suarez is 33, he's brilliant, still has an awful lot to offer, but with a knee injury that just won't seem to go away, I have my doubts about this one. It's a thumbs down for me. Gareth Bale to Manchester United. Thumbs up, Gareth! Go back to the Premier League, get out of your Real Madrid nightmare that it's become over the past few years. He doesn't want to be there anymore. I think Manchester United is the perfect club for him, given the way Ole Gunnar Solskjaer plays with natural width, with talent inside in the likes of Martial, Bruno Fernandes, Pogba pulling the strings. I now think it's the perfect club for him. I didn't a while ago, but Gareth Bale hasn't played an awful lot lately. He's fully fit, as we saw for Wales, and I think it'd be an instant impact if Manchester United can afford to pay his wages. Memphis Depay to Barcelona. Thumbs down. This is a close one for me because I think he's an exceptional footballer. He's the captain now at Lyon, so he's matured as a person as well, and Ronald Koeman knows him well from the Dutch national team. But in terms of a playing style for me, and the players that Barcelona already have, Memphis always wants the ball to feet. He wants to combine intricate play, get involved in the action. Barcelona need a focal point up front in the way that Luis Suarez was for many years. Selfless, considerate running from a striker that's going to open up spaces for Antoine Griezmann and Lionel Messi. And I don't think Memphis Depay is that player. So for that reason, he's a thumbs down for me. This week's Power Rankings focuses on managers in Europe. Here's my top 10, starting from number 10. And a little heads up, I'm only including club managers in Europe and active club managers at that. So no to the likes of Mauricio Pochettino and Max Allegri. In at number 10, Diego Simeone. Just about breaks the top 10, and Cholo deserves it. Knocked Liverpool out of the Champions League, finished third in La Liga, and given the standing of Barcelona and Real Madrid, that's probably where we expect them to finish. Antonio Conte takes number 9. Fell off the grid a little bit in Serie A when we really expected Inter Milan to go and challenge, but then goes to the final of the Europa League, being beaten by Sevilla in the end. I thought he had a decent season, and he's still one of the best managers in Europe. At 8, Pep Guardiola. A lot of people may be surprised by him at 8, but after the season you had Pep at Manchester City, Liverpool runaway winners of the Premier League and knocked out by Lyon in the Champions League. You don't become a bad manager overnight, still one of the best in the game, obviously, but Pep has a long way to go to get back to winning ways in this coming campaign. 7, Zinedine Zidane. Winners of La Liga. I thought their performance after lockdown was absolutely brilliant over in Spain, but fell away against Pep Guardiola's Manchester City in the Champions League. Zizou is another man that needs a big year over in Spain and particularly in Europe. Thomas Tuchel takes the number 6 position. The German, we're going to see a lot more Germans on this list, was brilliant in the Champions League, making it to the final, winning another league title with Paris Saint-Germain and adding a team element to the Parisians that we hadn't really seen before, bringing in the likes of Keylor Navas. In at number 5, Gianpiero Gasperini, the elder Italian who's produced wonders at Atalanta, a side with a wage bill comparable to, say, for example, Reading in the Championship. They go all the way to the Champions League quarter-final. They score goals for fun over in Serie A, making the Champions League again next year. This guy is a top-class coach. At 4, Julen Lopetegui, disgraced during the World Cup when he had to leave the Spain camp after taking the Real Madrid position. It didn't work out for him at the Bernabeu, but it's working out now brilliantly at Sevilla, winning the Europa League, and I think he's produced a really good team in such a short space of time. So good for him. In at number 3, here we go with the Germans. Julian Nagelsmann, the youngster. How well did he do with RB Leipzig in the Champions League? I thought they were absolutely brilliant in the Bundesliga and in the Champions League, and in terms of stock up or stock down, Nagelsmann is on the way up as a rising coach in our game. Number 2, Hansi Flick. The turnaround from taking over from Niko Kovac was utterly remarkable, getting the best out of the likes of Thomas Muller further forward, Alphonso Davies at left back, and winning the Champions League. And in at number 1 for me, drum roll please, it is Jurgen Klopp. Bridging that 30-year gap to bring Liverpool back to the promised land in the Premier League. I thought he was absolutely brilliant. Deserves all the accolades in the world. Klopp, for me, the best manager in club football today. Alright folks, that's a wrap for this week's show. For me, Kev Egan, and our classy crew, thanks a million for watching. As always, check out The Fixture with Meg Lenehan and all our brilliant content on internationalchampionscup.com. We'll see you next week. Take care.